Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I have the update for my Pan Those eyeshadows. So in Pan Those eyeshadows, I, since a few months, randomize my palettes and then I randomize my shadows. I've been doing this project for years, and before I was doing the spreadsheet that Makeup with Lainey made. She made 100 prompts, I randomized a prompt, and then I picked a shadow that could correspond with that prompt. I finished the 100 prompts, so for every prompt that was in that list, I hit a pan, which is crazy. Took me over 2 years to do, by the way, so there's that. So I'm now doing randomization, randomizing a palette and then picking a shadow. So that is it, and then I try to hit pan in that shadow and then I roll it out and we roll in something new. So let's go check out all the shadows that I have been working on. So there is kind of a theme going on today. I don't know what was in the air, but I have a pretty good update except for one shadow. This one is from Colourpop. It is the shade Optimist. It comes from, what palette do you come from? Miss Bliss, and it is a matte peachy shadow. This was already in. I used it 3 times previously. I used it once more, and obviously it did not hit pan. Colourpop mattes take a while to hit pan in, and I'm just not gravitating towards this shadow right now. It is a very summery shadow, and I've been going for more brown and like muted green looks, and not for peaches and yellows and summery colors. So I am gonna roll this out, unfortunately without a pan, but I just know if I keep this in for another month, it will not get used. So we're gonna roll that out. It's a shame, but you can't always win. So there's that. Then the other shadows were all rolled in last month, and this is the theme. The first one is Makeup Beauty Shop Galaxy Oasis, and this is what mine is looking like, and I'm hoping you can see. It's difficult to see, but can you see right there? I managed to hit pan. I don't know if you can tell, it's like right there. That is the pan, and that took me 3 uses. That is not a lot. I, however, did use a lot of this shadow. This one is an interesting one. If I swatch this with my finger, let's see if I can show you guys. This is what it looks like when I pick it up with my finger. That is beautiful. Swatch it on the inside of my hand. This is what it looks like. Now that is crazy. If I pick it up with a brush, however, and that is what I have been doing. Let me get a brush. This is the shadow brush that I use. I'm gonna pick up a little bit. Gonna have to slightly tap it off. If I put that on and like brush it, that is what the shadow looks like. Can you see that difference? That makes such a big difference. So what I did to make this more wearable every day is put it on my eyes like this. And then if I wanted some extra impact, I would put a little bit on with my finger. But obviously this is not really a color that I wear every day. It's also quite dark, so I was scared for this one, but the way that I applied it with a brush, it was a very nice sort of grungy but not too dark color, and I really enjoyed it. There is now shadow all over. See if I can wipe it away, because I don't want to accidentally smear it on everything. Okay, so there's that. So I used it with a brush. Like I said, if I wanted to have it more impactful, I would pick up the slightest bit of product with my finger and tap it on my eyes. but mostly it was a very like soft faded out version of that shadow. Now at first I was like, maybe that's a shame to use it that way, or like a waste, but if I don't use it that way, it's not getting used at all, so I don't think it's wasteful. So there's that. And then the next shadow comes from my Scooby Doo 𝓮𝓮𝓮 palette. This is my palette. That was a deep sigh. I was just out of breath because I was talking so fast. And I rolled in shade number 1. And this is what shade number 1 looks like. Hopefully you can see that I did manage to hit a pan, and that took me 3 uses. This again it's kind of similar to that Mica Beauty Shop shade, whereas if you pick it up with your finger and apply it, it's very impactful. And if you pick it up with a brush and blend it, it's grungy and dark, but like softer. So that is how I would use it. It's not my favorite. This palette, honestly, not my most used palette, but I'm happy to have yet another pan in it. So that means I have gotten the chance to show it some love, which I'm happy about. And then the last shadow, I think I said in the beginning that these are all shadows that were rolled in last time, but that was a lie. This one has been in for a while. And this is the shade Joy in a Box from Zoeva. So this was in before last month. And this is what it looks like. So we finally have a pan. So this took me, can you guess, 3 uses to hit pan. Now that is not the total amount of uses. So the theme was 3 uses, but this was not a total of 3 uses because I previously used it 20 times. So this in total took me 23 uses to hit pan on, but 3 uses this month. So there's that, yet another pan. Very happy about that. That means we are rolling all of my shadows out, 3 with pan, 1 without pan. So I'm gonna randomize, I think. I don't know if I want to do 4 different palettes. Maybe I should do 2 palettes and then randomize 2 shadows out of each palette. I don't know. Let's see what we get for the first one. Again, this palette, I'm gonna re-roll. I don't want to work on that again. Back to back. Let's see. Colourpop, Aha Honey. Colourpop. Aha Honey. So that's gonna be just my Colourpop singles palette, because I have them all in one palette. And what do we have? Vizier Peach. So all of those shadows already have a pan, so I'm gonna roll again. Colourpop in a Trance. Okay, so are we gonna do 4 Colourpop singles? I don't think so. I'm gonna roll another palette. So we'll do 2 Colourpop singles. Mica Beauty Shop singles. Okay, and then do I want to do 2 Mica Beauty Shop singles? Yeah, I think I do. I'm gonna get those palettes. Okay, so I have 37 eligible Colourpop shadows. So that those don't have a pan. So I'm gonna roll 2 numbers between 1 and 37 for Colourpop, and then I have 6 Mica Beauty Shop singles without a pan. So I'm gonna roll 2 numbers between 1 and 6 for the Mica Beauty Shop one. So let's do Colourpop first. We'll do 4. Okay, easy enough. And 37. Okay. And then let's change this through 1, 2, 6. And then we're gonna roll 2. So we'll do 3 and 6. Okay. So I'm gonna find those shadows and I will be right back. Okay, I realized that 37 is like a dark matte brown and I have one in my Panda palette. So I'm gonna roll again for Colourpop. 32. Do we want to do that? Another matte brown. That's, no, we're not going to do that one. Let's try again. 4, we just rolled that. 11. So for Colourpop, I have number 4. This is the shade Third Eye from the Garden Variety palette. This is what mine looks like. So, probably one used from No Pan Left Behind last year, and that's it. So we're gonna see if I can hit pan. And then the number 11. This comes from the Colourpop The Child palette. This is the shade Babyface. This has like a slight bit more use. Can you see that? Well, I don't want to call it a dip, but there's something going on there. So this is more use than the other one. Still, I don't know if I can hit pan on this, but we are gonna see. And then for Mica Beauty Shop, number 3. I'm quite excited about this one, although I'm not sure about the formula of this. This is the shade Tropical. Looks so cool in the pan, but it also kind of has a weird look to it. I don't know really what happened with this one. This is how it's always been. It looks like it's been pressed really wet or something. I don't know, but it looks like a cool color, so excited about that one. And then Mica Beauty Shop number 6 is the shade Mosaic, and that is what this one looks like. You guys see blue, I see purple. I don't know how to show this, but this, it's gonna be difficult, I think, to use because it's, again, a very dark shadow, just like that. The one that I hit pan on. Don't remember the name, but we're gonna see what I can do with this. Let's do some swatches. Cool, 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 cool. So here is my color story. So this is the shade from the Garden Variety palette from Colourpop, and this one is the Child palette from Colourpop. Then here we have Tropical from Mica Beauty Shop and Mosaic from Mica Beauty Shop. I mean, I could be doing difficult things with a mirror and try to show you that purple shift on that, but you're gonna have to believe me. It shifts to purple and then like yellow, pink. It's crazy. It's beautiful. I'm excited. Don't know how I'm gonna wear it because it's very dark and very intense, but we're gonna try. So there you have it. This is my update for my Pamela's eyeshadows. I'm gonna go. It's getting dark. It's getting gloomy. It's getting dark. Winter is upon us. I'm not excited, but I cannot help it. I am gonna go. I really hope you enjoyed this video, even though it feels like it's been chaotic, so I'm sorry if it was. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in one of my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.